Baby.
DJ's the only place in the South where he's getting this perfect weather. To be fair, they got hurricaned. They deserve it.
We did get a tornado. Like 2 days ago, we got tornadoed, but it's fine. We don't care.
Let's start. Get into it.
He's speaking on behalf of everyone that lives there for him.
Yeah, he's the mayor. DJ's the mayor of Appalachia.
That's right.
He can't be president because he wasn't born there, but he's the mayor of Appalachia.
Oh, the mayor.
I don't know though. You probably were born in Appalachia technically. I know that North Georgia's part of it. It doesn't matter. I don't want to get into it. Who cares? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gravy Baby. I'm your Gravy Boat Captain.
I love that. It's a new one.
The Gravy Boat Captain, baby. It's a riverboat. The Gravy Boat's a riverboat. We gamble. Everyone, the only white dudes on there.
Oh my God, can we do a tour like that? I remember they had those back in the day. There was a comedy show on them. Can we do that?
No. I mean, not if you want to make money. We could if we had a lot of money and we wanted to do it for fun.
I'm not getting stuck on a boat with a bunch of.
It's a river, DJ. You can get off by just swimming.
That's true.
It's not like a cruise. I hear you on a cruise, but I don't think you're ever stuck on a riverboat. You just, unless you're a coward, you know what I mean?
I like having an easy exit, fast, quick.
We'll get you your own John boat.
We'll talk about unaliving ourselves later. Right now, we're talking about river boats.
We'll give you your own John boat. So if you ever need to make a quick exit, you just hop in the John boat. There ain't no more quick exit than that. If we've got it already, you just untie one knot, pull the crank. Dude, you're down the Mississippi.
All right.
You're not just out of there. You're you're a new person now. You got a new life.
Well, I figured it'd be like a tour boat where people get on and get off at certain places, and we just have shows throughout. Is that bad?
Well, I just meant you can't. It's not viable in America. The Mississippi is the only navigable one, and other than in the South, it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. Wait, why is that?
Yeah, it's wild. I feel like if anything, in the middle of nowhere places, we would be the only thing going on, and then in the more popular places, I mean, it's a return too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to cost us $400,000 to pull this off. And the reason that I know that, I pitched this as a reality show once.
Oh wow!
And got a hard no.
Wow.
Yeah,
but what do they know? What does the industry know?
Dude, they don't know nothing. I had the most fire idea ever where we was going to buy a church in DJ's hometown and get us a charter as a real church and then start busting in homeless people, start busting in prostitutes, just all the people Jesus would have hung out with, but, to feed them and give them classes on sexual health and just see what happened, just see how the town reacted. And everybody was like, call the lawyer. And I was like, I am a lawyer, pussy.
Did y'all get any protesters at the play?
We didn't get no protesters at the play, no. I mean, they just protested by not going. I know. I mean, I never made it a big thing, and I don't think Andy wanted me to. But I got recognized in the Dollar General this morning from the play.
Ooh, he's famous.
Dude, I am the Dollar General.
So how was the experience? Was it exciting? Was it thrilling? Tell us about the play.
Yeah, it was great. There's a significant portion where I'm in my underwear, and then about half of that portion I have a bra on. And it's like before anyone says Hollywood humiliation ritual, literally in the play it is a humiliation ritual. The women are holding us up. They just got done watching Thelma and Louise, and they are literally trying to humiliate the men. And the funniest comment to me that I got, my nephew said, I got a picture of you in the bra. That's going to make a real good birthday post. Like, he's like pre-planning. He's not just threatening me. He's like, oh, I know when I'm going to do it and how, and it's going to be funny.
Can't wait.
Yeah, we have fun.
It's coming up.
It is coming up. That's true. It's Leo season. It's almost Virgo season.
Yeah.
Carmen, have you been talking to the Leo moon or whatever?
No, I didn't get that. I didn't get
that?
I know.
I knew you
I
weren't.
didn't.
I'm just trying to segue into what me and DJ's been talking about for all morning, and he knows I'm doing it too. And I knew you didn't have that. So let me ask you this then: what do you have in terms of woo woo?
There's been a lot of things.
The shitty grin on her face isn't that we're gonna make fun of you. I'm just this is genuine.
I don't care if you do.
I mean, genuine curiosity. What woo woo do you have?
I think the birth chart. I have my birth chart done.
Isn't that what we were just talking about?
Sure, I guess. But that's what I'm saying. I've had a birth chart done, but I don't actively, you know.
Do you
I've had it done when I was 30, and I mean, some of the stuff has been correct. I will say that some of the things like have, as far as like them summon me up, there's a lot of truth in that chart. Sure.
Okay.
As far as the predictability, it has been very hit and miss. Like the first time somebody read my chart, they were like, "You're gonna come into a bunch of money when you're 30," and that never happened.
Do you have any woo though? Like, do you believe in psychics? Do you believe in a woman's intuition? Do you believe in? I'm just curious.
I mean, I have intuition. I do use it. I call them my spidey senses. So I feel like that
to your gender or sex.
I don't, because my dad has them too, and he's been pretty right about them as well. So I don't know that it's specific to gender or sex.
What mental health disorder does your dad have again?
He's got bipolar 1. I'm pretty sure he's ADHD as well, but he might have been misdiagnosed. That's my theory. But because if you treat one, you treat them very differently, and if you treat one like the other, it makes it worse. And boy, is he not any better. So there's that. But as far as you tell me y'all's woo-woo stuff, like I'm not against it by any means.
I have a lot, but I try to keep.
I knew a couple ladies that put garlic in their twat for some sort of thing that had to do with the moon. I think
that's pH. I could be wrong. I'm not saying it's accurate, but I think that.
No, but what the woman did, I mean, sure, it will alter your pH, but that is not why they did it. It was not for the pH. It was for some sort of ritual.
For the PU. Am I right?
Yeah, I guess.
Up top.
Unless he's Italian, am I right, ladies? He goes in. Okay, all right.
Got a vampire going down on me. Because I'm bleeding. Okay.
As far as the spirits and stuff like that, I do think sometimes celestial energy is still left here when people die if there's unfinished. But I don't know about I don't know about all that as far as it's a full person and stuff. What, DJ? Why are you looking at me? What's your thoughts? What do you got to say?
Nothing. I think I was thinking about what we were talking about. You're getting close. You're cutting around.
Well, I knew it would go this way because she's not like that.
Yeah.
So don't worry. We'll stop burying the lead momentarily, Carmen.
Okay.
Last question before we get into it then. Do you have any thoughts, beliefs, or any reaction at all to the phrase the divine feminine?
Oh, yeah. I know a lot of women say that a lot. There's a lot of women that talk about that a lot.
What does it mean?
As far as I know, it's because it's through the mother nature theory as far as religion goes. We were all birthed from the earth, so then for God is a woman, etc., etc. It's part of the reason why so many women have been oppressed is because they're in fear of the true divine leaders, which are women, to rule. And with all that, I do think there's probably some truth into that. They ain't been letting bitches do what bitches do in a very, 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 very long time. And so according to some historical texts, there was a time when women used to rule, and they try, and that's kind of a history that they tried to not let people be reminded of.
This has nothing to do with what we're getting at, but I will say just briefly, I've always felt like if women ruled, it would just be shitty in a different way. But maybe that's because I'm a cynical bastard.
Well, I mean, the first female senator was like a pro-lynching fucking psychopath. Like,
Right, but the counter from the feminist there is like that's the only.
That's
But it's
white. That's
capitalism,
whites.
is what you're talking
That's white women. That's
Oh,
white
here we go.
women. You're only going to white women. I'm
Oh,
talking about
I
indigenous.
mean, white
I'm
women
talking
aren't
about
the only women who are shitty. I mean,
no, but they are the best at it. They are the best at it.
dude,
That's
everybody's
just proximity to power. But let's not get into identity politics
But
at the moment.
that's what I'm saying is I think power corrupts absolutely. And if you put a woman near it, I mean, regardless, but white women have had the closest proximity to power. So that.
I agree with
ahead.
all that. That harkens back to an argument between my wife and I that predates this part. That part's not fun. This part is fun, I think. Me and DJ have been laughing all morning, maybe for 2 days. We just been talking about how, like, I think DJ and I are on the same page with this. When women talk about how hard it is to be a woman, as men, we react like, yeah, that seems true.
Yeah.
Like I'm not one of these like, all you got to do is get a man and you gold dig and be like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then when they then go on to talk about how awesome it is to be a woman, I'm like, I don't know if that part's true. I understand what part of your soul wants to grasp. I understand about like reclaiming something. I understand when you are oppressed, you want to celebrate what it is to be a woman, but like, show me where it's good. And then when my wife, and I knew you weren't one of these, but my wife starts talking about the divine feminine and like women's intuition and how she feels like Mother Earth, Mother Nature, that's a part of her. I'm like, and this is DJ's phrase, I don't want to steal it, but we've been talking about it. What he said is, so you're haunted by your meemaws. And I have not been able to let go of that because it does sound like a haunting. Even childbirth sounds like a haunting. It sounds like you got a demon in you. And Annie was getting mad because she was laughing and she's like, I don't want to tell you this, but it'll add to whatever fucking joke you're working on. But she was like, did you know that if like you don't eat the right nutrients, the baby will just start consuming your bones and your teeth from the inside out? I was like,
Yeah.
that sounds like a gothic tale from horror. The only thing that I know that eats your teeth other than a baby is meth. Is it magical? Is meth magical? I mean, the only people who say that are meth heads. Women sound like drug addicts when they talk about how great it is to be a woman, because then they just describe pain. They're like, no, you don't get it. We're wise. That's why you come to us for advice. I'm like, that sounds awful. We ignore you for a week, do the wrong thing, it falls apart, and then we ask you to be our mommy. You are haunted by ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to corner me into telling these women they're wrong. You're not going to do that, or have me be the one woman that they bring on fucking Fox News to be like, you know what? You're right. Women's stupid as fuck. They so dumb. You're not going to get me to you're not going to get me to do any of that.
In fact, big part of the bit is how wise y'all are, and we ignore you and then we come to you. I'm saying that the oppression, which I agree with, sometimes doesn't line up with the claim that it's a magical experience.
Yes, that's it.
Even the oppression cock blocks the magical experience. That like the oppression cock blocks the magical experience. If we can't just
do with the baby eating your teeth.
I was just to say, God did that to y'all. The period and the baby.
Yeah.
All right, oxytocin, strongest chemical drug.
Okay, but Mother Nature is God in this context, though, so you can't be switching that up.
So she hates herself because
because it just as easily won't have
the burden on you. So it's God.
I acknowledge that some of this stuff exists outside of the patriarchy. Whether the patriarchy existed or not, though, you'd have to have a kid if someone's going to have one. So,
right, but you're missing the really big if. It's if you don't have the right nutrients. So if you neglect your
You still get
child,
split open, literally split open. It
I
splits you
mean,
like a portal. I mean, all that portal talk, all that magic portal through which life can enter, and
it's
people are like,
pussy,
you don't
dog.
understand. It's a transformative experience. I believe you. Trauma has always changed me every time it's happened to me, especially physical trauma. This is in support of women. It's not. I'm not calling.
Yeah, no, yeah,
them, I'm
totally.
not calling anyone stupid.
Totally.
I'm
And it's
saying it
anti-
must
it's-
suck.
And it's
Stop trying to
totally
convince me it doesn't.
and it's totally anti-manosphere because,
Yes.
like, how the fuck does anybody need a dude to tell them that it's rad to be a dude? Like, it's fucking like
It's
the
the
trauma
lamest
that
thing.
y'all experience on a monthly basis at least, and then furthermore, like, what fucking idiot is out there needing to need to be reassured that, like, dude, like, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
To piggyback off that, if people say Joe Rogan is Oprah for men, right? They used
Yeah.
to say that Oprah's not in the zeitgeist anymore, but they used to say he's Oprah for men. I get why women needed an Oprah because it was shitty being stuck at home all day. And so Oprah would come on like a salve. Why these men need Joe Rogan? Why they need him?
Right, because women are no longer refusing. They're refusing to be their mommies. That.
I guess that's
So
what it is.
they're looking for daddy, I guess. I don't know.
We've been saying he's America's stepdad, so that would make sense to me.
Yeah, I guess. But also, when you put the mic real close to your mouth, it distorts it real bad. So try to hold the mic.
That's that divine feminine. How bad did it suck to have to tell me that in the middle of this? I've been doing this for years. I should have known.
I know it's been multiple episodes too, and it seems like we refuse to learn the very overt
See, if
issue
you
that's
gotta
right in
go,
front of
You
you.
know how fun
If
it
you had to
is
go,
to hear that and then never think of it again? You know how much
I know I've lived a lot of my life as a dude with no cares, so I get it.
You were
I know
coming
how
from.
fun it is. Yeah, I do. I get I get it. I understand how fun willful ignorance is. Don't get me wrong, but then
willful.
it's not willful
There's
ignorance.
nothing willful about this. It's the opposite.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
best
no,
part about
no,
it.
no,
That's the
yeah,
most kick-ass
Mm.
part about all this is it
Yeah.
requires no effort whatsoever.
yeah.
I know men with less than zero willpower. They have negative willpower, and they're twice as ignorant as me.
Yeah.
what? Did you just use the cokehead the cokehead logical response? There's worse than me, so that means I'm good.
I didn't say I was good. I didn't say I was good. I said it required no effort on my part.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I mean, being ignorant, that's the whole thing, is it takes no effort to be ignorant.
Right.
That doesn't mean it's not willful. That's willful. Willing
You
to
gotta
be
exert
ignorant as
will.
opposed
Wait,
to
you have to-
educating
the
yourself.
Will is a power, right? You have to exert it. There's like, dude, you know what's crazy? Also, dude, another thing about like Joe Rogan, I just want to throw this in there. Joe Rogan, like being the Oprah, the male Oprah, dude. Have you ever thought about like how many shitty people Oprah brought into the fucking zeitgeist? Have you thought about like how many?
It's crazy.
awful- It's insane, dude. It's fucking nuts.
Why would
dude.
Oprah do?
Why did Oprah? She didn't do anything.
Who'd
She was
who'd
just
she
a
make
vessel.
mad?
You know, she's just a vessel of the psyop. You know what I'm saying?
He's talking about how many people she made famous. I mean, Dr. Phil's the number one.
John of God, fucking Dr. Oz,
Dr.
fucking,
Oz.
The list goes on and on and on. What was it? Even the John of God was probably the worst.
You know what's not in that list though? Another woman.
Yeah. Why do you think that argument falls to your side?
Yeah.
I've been saying y'all are wise,
for sure.
and you're not getting any money,
yeah.
and you're not getting any fame, and you're not getting on Oprah.
Well, Oprah's moot. So again, that's an old reference, but there were plenty of women on
No,
Oprah,
she's
but
still out there.
Oprah
She's
never
still
propped any of them up because the powers that be are men. And if Oprah if she's part of the psyop, and so most of the
during
psyop
her
is men.
I don't know
Yes.
that during her time.
I just said yes. I feel like Carmen is saying that, like, you don't get it. All the reasons are the patriarchy. No, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't sound like a magical experience to me.
No, the magical experience is to be knowledgeable and to know that. I mean, that's the whole thing. To know that you're part of something that is part of the greater that nobody else seems to pick up on. And when you do, you're like, oh shit, she does my laundry. That rips. Like that's
I don't know.
I do all dude, I do all laundry. I do all the cooking. I do all the a whole lot of things. That doesn't mean I'm not stupid. And that's like, you know what I mean? I do 100,000 dumb shits. Dude, I left the fucking water hose on for like 2 hours today, dude. Walked around with a fucking rake in my hand. Don't know what I was talking to Drew, actually.
So now it's her fault. I see. It's her fault. God damn it.
It's funny. It's really funny this is going this way.
No, it has nothing to do with her. It has everything to do with, like, when we talk about just being ignorant and just having this, like, literal, like, carefree fucking. Of course, she's pretty carefree too. I get on look, but she's got, dude, this gonna hit 50. Menopause is coming and shit, dude. Like,
she's already in it. I guarantee you, she's already in it.
Perimenopause, dude.
Perimenopause.
That's like the third worst peri. There's some shitty peris in the world.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad peris, dog.
No, I'd say it's probably the worst one.
Dude, that's gnarly, dude. It's fucking gnarly. Like, I feel so bad. Like, and I feel bad, but like, also, I think there's something about like having like being going through that. And so like, she's also like can smell everything better than me. She can hear stuff better than me. I'm just not like attuned, I guess. And I mean, it just might be a her thing. I'm not going like, I'm not doing the man dude thing.
Yeah, I'm going to say, obviously, I think that I understand like sort of the point here, which is like, like childbirth is horrendous, but it is magic that we can do that and you can't. I do get that. I'm just saying that, like, it occurred to me recently, like all these things they talk about kind of sound awful.
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Sure, because you're not equipped to handle it. Yeah, that's why you guys are you're answering your own question. You're too dumb to be able to wrap your head around what would be cool about it. You don't have the power of creating life.
I'll be that dumb.
I was fixing to say.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I think they're in that.
That's why men, even though you're saying that you don't, men are willfully ignorant, and they're like, I don't want to know. I don't care to know.
But
so
how would think about your average dumb man. How would he know when y'all are always talking about how great it is? That's what that's all I'm saying.
But we're not always talking. It's not an always thing.
You're not. All right, let me say two things. Can I just say two things? The point you just made, to me, therein lies the whole joke, if there is a joke.
Yeah.
Which is you're like, yeah, y'all are too dumb. And I'm like, right. And neither of us will never know how it feels to be on the other side of that. So just like I can't understand how it feels to be you saying that, you can't understand how it feels for someone to be like, no, you're just too dumb to know how awesome it would be to be oppressed by nature. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Great. That's pretty sick, actually.
How is it oppressed?
Yeah, oppressed isn't the right word.
Yeah.
Oppressed isn't the right word, but I feel like a period. I feel like childbirth. I feel like all that.
They're just indicators. They're indicators.
Flashing.
Menopause itself.
Dude.
Listen, I love that you guys love to sit on the sidelines and imagine how bad it is.
We're not. See, you're taking.
I'm in it. I'm in it, and it ain't even the fucking hop. It's the rage, dog. It's the rage of every single time in your life. The rage every single time in your life where something went wrong, you got slighted. It's all that rage built up with no release.
That sounds awful. Like, why are you mad at me saying that sounds awful?
I didn't say that. I mean, you just brought up perimenopause and you're speculating, and I'm just saying from the front lines, dog, you don't even understand.
I believe
I never said this was part of this part. I mean, this is the aging. This is your body telling you can't have kids anymore. I feel like that's different.
I just feel like that oftentimes when women describe why it's magic to be a woman, then they explain things that sound traumatic. And then you go, well, that's because you can't get it. And I'm like, I believe you. I completely believe you, but I think you don't know how awesome it is to be that dumb. Like, it's like, okay.
I do. That's what I'm trying to tell you is I understand. I've lived my life that dumb. I haven't been clocked into my femininity until later on in life, you know?
Right. Well, yeah, that's another, like hormones. There's like a hormonal, I guess, reason too that you, because I said in the beginning, and I meant,
that's why I'm not a good person to speak on this because I haven't had a full, like, feminine experience my entire life.
I think it's the opposite. I think you're the perfect person to speak on this. And the fact that you're like kind of saying, no, y'all are dumb and you don't get it makes me think y'all are right. But I'm just saying, I just want to say, I knew you weren't like quote unquote one of these gals, but I didn't mean like hormonally. I meant the woo woo stuff.
Yeah.
I also wanted to, I don't know, not defend us, but acknowledge that earlier DJ and I did acknowledge how this was coming across because we were trying to like figure out where to go with the joke. And I was like, I don't know, man. It does feel like we're veering into my bitch wife territory.
Kind of.
And
I did have that vibe a little bit. It was very jarring.
I'm not calling anyone dumb or a bitch. I'm saying that when you brag about something that sounds horrendous to us, that's funny, period.
And then
that's just like whoever's right, it's horrendous or it's actually a magical experience. It's just funny how different it is. But then I said, yeah, the name of my next special is Women Be Manifesting. And we enjoyed that. Oh,
wow. Wow.
Ironically, Carmen, I'm not actually going to say Women Be Manifesting now after you reacted that way. Let me scratch it off.
It's no, I get it because that like for the longest time that shit didn't resonate with me because I am I don't know a little bit more cynical but I'm also I don't feel like I was just talking to my aunt about this. I also don't feel like I am the right person to check in on this is because I also don't even feel that way about being a human being. Like I've been told my whole life that I'm an old soul and stuff. That's why I don't care about legacy. I never cared about owning anything. I want my carbon footprint to not exist. I'm not looking to live after I'm dead. And I don't know if it's some sort of comfort in that I know my soul will be regenerated in some way or something like that. But I honestly, a lot of the human shit is real boring to me. So I don't know. This also seems like I mean, again, I'm not trying to poo-poo on y'all's fun. I think women be manifesting, put those rocks in the right way, get the moonlight on them. You know, I think at the end of the day, it's whatever helps you get through this. And if you have to be like, it is a miracle that I create life, whether it almost killed me in the process and I survived it. And in men's terms, that should be rad as fuck because bitch, you survived it. That's like coming back from war and not being fucked up. That's impressive, is what it is.
I don't think, though, inside this joke, and definitely not outside of it, any part of me was trying to imply was anything impressive.
No.
It's the cope. It feels like it's a bit of a cope.
Yeah. Reputate from asshole for the greater good that has nothing to do with you, for the greater good of keeping humanity going. You have to cope.
Yeah. No, that's all we're saying.
You know.
You do.
You do, because if you don't, that's how we end up in war. That's how we end up in all these man-fueled ideas.
Or you become a nihilist.
You're not into having a legacy or whatever, right? Me and Dre have made the fucking conscious decision not to fucking procreate, to like end this bloodline right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, and that is to experience this thing and how joyful and fucking romantic and beautiful it is in every fucking moment together and enjoy our time together. And this is our time. And when our time's gone, it's done. But
Selfish. I get it.
so,
Same with me. Selfish.
It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with being selfish either, dude, because I can't tell you how much problem we'd probably have. Like, we have money because we don't have kids. Like, we're able to do stuff because we don't have kids. Do you know what I mean? We're able to do stuff for us because we don't
That's
have
most
kids.
of our generation.
I don't know what problems we would cause, to a child, like, especially now at our age. Like, before, we weren't even ready. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a selfishness. It's a knowing yourself and knowing that, like, I'm going to create a problem for this child, and thus I am going to create a fucking ripple effect of fucking just unnecessary bullshit for a whole lot of people going down the line. You know what I'm saying? Also, including this child. It wasn't a selfish
Right,
decision.
but that's again without the need to cope. If you were capable of coping, it wouldn't be all that chaos. It wouldn't be all that. As a person who was raised in all of that and didn't perpetuate it, it's very possible for you to be raised in whatever chaos it is and for it to not be perpetuated.
I'm not saying that it's not, but I'm telling you this, it would be a lot cooler. And like, I appreciate like your experience, but I'm not rolling the dice that kid gonna be all right. You know, so I'm not gonna do that. I appreciate your experience, but I ain't about to do that shit. Yeah, dude, I ain't gonna do that shit. Not to me, and not to Andre, and not to the fucking guidance counselors and the schools and the fucking prison system and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love that you're like, I don't want to bother nobody into not having children. That's
that's
where
why I don't fuck with people, man, because I fuck with the people that I fuck with, and that's because it's okay for us to put our shit on each other, and we also have a line that we don't put a certain amount of shit on each other like that. If you like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Of course I do. I'm also not having children, DJ. I'm just being salacious for the sake of the podcast. But yes, I think you're making the right decision. Same.
Yeah, dude. It's like,
Well, my son just peed in the potty all by himself, and y'all know what that feels like.
but
Y'all know how good that feels, huh? That's right,
like-
baby. My son, genius, almost 3 years old, finally doing it. Only about 8 months behind.
I feel like actually this is a really good allegory to answer y'all's question for this bit. Is non-parents will never understand what it's like. It seems like more work. It is, Andy went through, her whole body went through all that. Parents have an experience that non-parents will never have because it's a uniquely experience to you. Now, like, I could speculate, I could be like, oh, that shit sucks, but I don't know what your body does to be like, this is the greatest thing you've ever done in your life chemically to make you feel that way. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that there's no way you would be able to wrap your head around it unless it's happening to you. It's one of those things. That's all. As far as being a woman. Yeah. So I think that's like a good allegory maybe to maybe make it make sense. But
that does make sense completely. I think for me, I would keep going with that, which is like, the only way I would talk about what it's like to be a parent to a non-parent is if they ask me. Mm-hmm. And when I see a parent doing all that stuff online, and then other parents eating it up and buying their t-shirts and their coffee mugs and all that, I do think y'all are hanging on by a goddamn thread right now. You're hanging on by a thread, and you're seeking community to help you hang on by that thread. And there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe part of the humor for me is at 42, I went, oh, they're haunted. Like, it just occurs to me. Their meemaws is talking to them. Do you know how shitty that would be? I mean, I miss my meemaw, but I don't want her talking to me through my womb and my intuition all the time. I don't want that. But I get it if you do. I get it.
I don't either. My grandmother was racist, so I definitely don't want her talking to me through my womb. You know.
That reminds me. Side note: rugby. We did the play there, and they were talking about all the ghosts. And at some point, I was like, because rugby is a former utopia built in the 1800s. It's all the original buildings and all that. And at some point, I was like, hey, these ghosts are definitely homophobic. We have not thought about that and the play that we're doing up here. These ghosts do not like this play. That is why they keep sabotaging.
The chandelier they keep trying to drop the chandelier.
The sound worked for a month and a half straight in rehearsal. It went out the first night.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean that now see that I can woo behind. I can woo behind that. That
Homophobic
makes
ghost,
sense.
dude.
Homophobic ghost. That
Okay,
makes sense to
to
me.
keep the analogy going, sometimes people woo behind that and then they're into it. They're like, yeah, I
Mhm.
believe in ghosts and spirits and residual energy. And I'm like, oh, cool. And they're like, and it's great. And I'm like, it can't be. You can't have it. It cannot be great. Please explain to me how that's good. Because you just got these homophobic ghosts running around Rugby. And everyone who lives there is gay. I don't know if you know this. It is the highest percentage gay city
That's
in America because there's only 30 people there and 24 of them are gay. That sucks for
that's
both
their
teams.
penance, Drew. That's their
What-
penance.
What did the gay people do wrong to be haunted by a
ghosts.
homophobic ghost?
Are they haunted? Or are they getting to show it? Are they getting to rub it in their homophobic ghost face?
I don't know, dude. I think if I
The
was
play
gay,
still went on, didn't it?
I wouldn't
It's
want
so
to.
funny to think of like a Confederate ghost, like running into like a
Mad as
Chinese
hell,
guy,
dude.
like
That's
getting
what I'm
freaked out.
saying. I mean, if we're talking bits, yeah.
Why does this ghost keep bothering you? What do you think it is? You think it's because you moved into his house? Do you think it's because of some unknown? It's because I'm black. That's why. It's like, goddamn. Even in the field of the paranormal, they're playing the race card.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Cut
I
to the
mean,
ghost. Oh, it is
whenever
'cause
we
he's
talk
black.
about ghosts, they never talk about that. They never talk about any of the human attributes that would have like made them awful. Like,
I finally heard a black comedian do a joke I've wanted to hear for years this year, which is ghosts can't be real. Where are all the black ghosts? And then go through all that. And I think of it every time you go on a ghost tour in like New Orleans or Savannah. I'm
Yep.
like, this is the site of a borderline genocide. Y'all talking about
we
ghosts
talk about
and
when I talk about Savannah. When I talk about Savannah,
right?
there should be nothing but black ghosts in Savannah.
They should be mad and they should be knocking shit over.
Yeah, they
See, what
should
is
be
the
ruining
class?
those
It's
fucking
a
weddings that
class
happen in the
issue.
park.
Maybe they're allowed to move on. Maybe they're allowed to like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Mm.
because you're such an evil fuck. Like the plantation owners and shit are the only ones who get like fucking stuck to the earth.
Dude, I just had a
This is
vision
the
of the
real. This is
afterlife.
the real ghost TV show.
I just had a vision of the afterlife where Mother Nature God is just showing me a clip of this podcast. And it's like, in your next life, because you don't get to pass on yet, you're a black woman.
You're gonna learn it. You're gonna learn it.
Well, and I can't wait. I bet it's magical.
You'll finally be able to cope.
We're having fun here. I feel like, and this is,
But I do think the
something-
demon thing, there is definitely something there about the demon thing for sure.
I think there's something, though, to be said here. And it's
Because it's
me.
even funnier is if you say it as a father too. Because that's the other thing too is
Oh, the baby being a demon?
baby being a demon. The Peter Thiel thing is obsessed with the Antichrist,
Yeah.
but quite literally, almost all of them could be because they all are like what one DNA strand away from being a demon, from eating their mothers alive from the
I feel
inside
like you're
out.
saying, and this is my fault as the joke teller or whatever, but I feel like what you're saying to me right now is the part of this that has legs, Drew, is motherhood. When mothers talk about how magical that is, you can really get a lot of jokes out of how that sounds to you, but leave the woman
Yes.
part out of it. It just
Because
feels
there's-
like you're mad about the
especially
part
right
you
now,
are, but you don't care about the part you're not. I'm just saying it just feels like a little bit like you're
What?
identifying with
But
me.
that doesn't identify with me either. That's what I'm saying. I don't have
saying.
any of that.
That's what I'm saying. That's us. That's men and all of it. Every bit of it, we're going, I don't know. That doesn't sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not being dicks. Not like making fun of you, not rubbing it in, just
I
kind of
love
going, what?
But
Dude.
without the motherhood, a lot of this stuff doesn't compete. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't apply. And if you're talking about our generation, there's more non-mothers than there are mothers. So that's why I feel like the bit is there, not in that being a woman is weird, because not all of us have that, is what I'm talking about. So this bit would completely miss me because I'm not rolling around in my feminine divinity or whatever it is. And again, maybe that's because I have more testosterone than the average woman does. Maybe that, but there's a lot of bitches with
I don't think
PCOS
that's a
that is
joke,
not
though.
gonna. This isn't gonna.
I don't personally think that's a joke. But listen, quick plug. Wired, speaking about Peter Thiel and like this all that shit, Wired has an article out about like the gay oligarch tech like mafia shit, dude. Everybody should read it. It's fucking crazy. Anyways, go ahead.
I was been wondering why you told me you were suspicious of all gays who aren't militantly anti-imperialist.
That was Boy George, to be honest. That was Boy George. Boy George.
But I thought it had to be more than Boy George, and now I know what the rest of it
Wait, you
is.
think Boy George is part of the regime?
Dude,
Was
let me
part-
tell you something.
She don't know.
Oh, god damn it. It's Boy George put out an AI thing fucking that's like it's a well, don't be confused. I side with the Jews. Oh,
Oh,
Carmen.
no.
It's like this
Carmen,
radio
it's
thing.
so unintentionally. And then it was out for 4 days. It went viral, and then he said it was AI, which is even better.
Dude, it's so great. Dude, oh my god. I have listened to it so much. Oh my god. I know every word.
So did
Like,
he put it out or somebody put it out as him
he
singing
put
it?
out. He put it out.
Whoa.
Yeah. Dude, this whole week, this whole month has been full of just banger after banger after banger, dude. And I swear, it's this situation where, like, we're in this weird, like, crazy situation where it's like the movie Airplane. Why does it work? It works because you've got these serious fucking actors, right? Being absurd and fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's
all
so
these
crazy. I was
things-
just talking about that. Go ahead. Sorry.
What are you talking about? What?
Airplane working for that reason. Like 3 days ago at the play we did. Go ahead though. I'm sorry. It's just
Yeah,
weird. It
there's-
doesn't come up that
it's-
often.
It's true. But it's the only reason it works is because the juxtaposition of being method, serious actor with something incredulous happening around you constantly. That's fucking hilarious. It's always
And that's the
been.
reason why, yeah. And that's, I think, a lot of these other parody movies, and anyways, really miss Mark, but anyways, but like,
Right.
but it's also, it's weird that these it's weird that, so like all these things keep on happening. I mean, it's like every day we're watching this completely absurd political theater stuff, and like the stuff that's supposed to be serious is like Boy George poured out like so many different things that has had, like, I can tell you so many things this week that, dude, I've just been like literally almost like crying because
Was
it's
one of
so
them Trump
fucking-
at Lindsey Graham's funeral?
Dude, oh yes, dude. Oh man, did you guys see the Zelensky
Yeah.
fucking Laura Loomer
Oh, it is.
fucking
No, what's the Zelensky?
the in Laura Loomer interview?
Mm-mm.
Dude, so many things have just happened, and it's nonstop, just so fucking funny. And it's not supposed to be, but it is, because it's these people, these serious people, trying to be serious in these absurdist, fucking complete absurd, like unreal fucking situations. That's just, it's so funny, dude. And like, but it's weird because like on the flip side of that, right? You have all these comics, and like you watch like a comedian's podcast, and they're talking about, it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird. It's that, you know, hey, thanks for listening to this one, and I hope we're funny sometimes. Talk about. I do recognize
Patreon.com/GravyBabyPod.
what I'm saying. Okay, there is a lot of, you know what I'm saying? But it's weird when you've got like they're laundering a series of like guests and topics that's just recycled through just
Mhm.
podcast after podcast after time, and it's like cultural critiques, which is fine, except for it's the same, this managed weird, like it's like, and that's what I was saying, like, to be a comedy fan, and I'm not saying that this is universal, like, okay, fuck all the caveats, good, bad, whatever the fuck it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Just take all that out of it. This is just an observation, and a way that I observe personally. You know what I'm saying? That you've got like these comedy fans now who are like basically just Disney adults who are living through this like weird vicarious like experience of this imaginative, like these characters that they've created, and living in these worlds with them. So it's like this, and it's become like such a weird It's
It's
just
all the parasocial stuff. Like all these Legion of Skanks people think that they're friends
one.
with those people.
That's
They
the one.
think that they're friends with these people. Yeah, you're not. You're just consuming them. That's a very big different thing.
Well,
And-
it's
and-
also
and-
related to what I've been calling the WWEification of everything. It's like
Mm,
the millennials accepted that wrestling was fake, so we had to move on to a new fake thing to believe was real. And so they think these comedy podcasts are real. And they get on Reddit and talk about who's mad at who and who's dating who. And this dude got punched by this dude's wife and all that. And it's like, it's wrestling. It's like the old message boards of wrestling of like Sting got double crossed by Hogan. And it's
I
like,
will
did you
say
know they're really friends? That's all the podcasts are.
I will say this: with wrestling, it became accepted. Like we enjoy the fact that this isn't
Right.
necessarily. We accept this, and
But that took a little while. There was a gap.
right. No, yeah, for sure. But like now that that's been accepted, all this other stuff is like, it's still not there. As in, like, it's a psychological, what we say, like an interpretation.
You talking about cognitive dissonance?
Nah, not necessarily. It's like a, but I guess that'd be the best. Yeah, for as far as like words that I want to look for right now before I just stand here and go, oh no.
There's a clip that went viral, and it's really wild, and I can get into why it's wild on a meta way after I explain it, but it encapsulates what you're saying, I think. There's this clip of a comedian out of Nashville named John Christ, who's like a conservative darling. He makes like church jokes. He's very good at it. Like the jokes are funny. Some of them are kind of critique mega churches and stuff. And anyway, there's a clip of him on his podcast. Somebody getting invited to a Christmas party, and two conservative commentators there that he thought were beefing were just like hanging out. And it like blew his mind and upset him a little bit. Like he was like pissed.
He doesn't even know. Like he thought there was no grift.
That they believe the stuff they're saying, therefore they are truly beefing right now. And he was delivering it to his producer or co-host or someone, and then therefore also his audience, like, hey, just so you guys know, they're all full of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
they play, that's part of the political theater now. Like that falls into like that. And I'm guessing what you're talking about is not comics, right? You're talking about like,
oh, he was talking about, I think it was Tucker and
sure. Like TPUSA.
Candace, maybe. I don't remember. But it was like, as a conservative, he was worried about this. He's like, it's like stressful. Like there's a split of some sort in your party, and like there's two different sides, and you're trying to understand what's true. And then you go to this Christmas party and you find out that the two people who are leading mostly this split, and you're trying to pick who's right and do what's right, don't even, it's just theater.
Oh my God, this is so beautiful. He's finally learning. He's finally learning that he can be made a fool of as well. I mean, what an opportunity for him to learn.
Fair.
Right?
Well, yes, but what's crazy about that, if you know anything about his backstory, is like, he's the Christian comedian, son of a mega church preacher who like got soft canceled, not because he did anything like illegal or whatever, but because he wasn't living that life. He was like trading sex for tickets and front row seats to his big theater shows. And like, that's like, you can say it's scumbag. I'm not trying to like, I've met John, like whatever. I'm not trying to like personally cast judgment on that. I'm saying it's wild. Like, what you mean you didn't get it, dog? You didn't get pretending to be the thing that you wasn't?
I'm just saying, like, I also, for the longest time, didn't understand how people didn't know Phil Hendry was fake. It was, how do you not know the WWE? How do you know it's not theater? And sometimes people don't. I mean, how do you know Fox News is not theater? How do you not know CNN is the? How do you not know that? But it's because a lot of times, especially with stuff like that, it was, for the longest time it wasn't. But the difference is maybe this comedian, this mega church, maybe this was just, I'm sticking it to my dad because this is me in my version of speaking truth to power, which is the mega church. You see what I'm saying?
No, I actually think that's true. I think that the John Christ is successful because that part is true. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
I think he like, and if you look at some of his sketches, they do actually like take on the church, not the way that you and I would, from the
Mhm.
inside. So yeah, that makes sense to me. I see what you're
But I
saying.
will also say that all that shit is also a business. So yeah, they'll go to a party and shake hands, but they'll all eat each other alive, dude. At the first sign of blood, they'll eat each other fucking up and not
That's why
fucking
the
feel
whole
bad about it.
Carmen,
I agree. That's why the whole trad
Carmen,
wife thing happened. When the whole
right.
when they started going after each other about this one's ring and she's cheating on him, and all it took was one pull of a little bit of a thread of one of the Christian conservative wives criticizing another one, and then it was like, well, she's a slut, and this one's fucking this one, and her ring ain't real, like immediately. So
In the analogy to wrestling, DJ just took on the part of the "it's still real to me, god damn it."
Yeah, it's not that it's it's not that it's still real. It's not real. It's that these people are business people. They build fucking businesses, dog.
Right.
So you go to a party, you shake everybody's hand, you make the connections, you're seen, and then but as soon as you see blood in the water, you stab that motherfucker and get his ratings. You don't fucking think that people would like to eat fucking Tucker alive to get his ratings?
Yeah,
Get this business
and to
and
be
become the
fair,
next guy. You don't think that motherfucker would do anything to fucking become the next Tucker? You got
Right.
right with.
well, and
Yeah.
to be fair to an outlook like Chris that he had seemingly before that clip, I could see him being like, "Yeah, I'm an entertainer. You were correct that I've been entertaining people. Like the wool that was over my eyes was thinking that these people were serious people who like had convictions." And we've been talking about that on here for weeks now, how like that's gone. That's gone. Dude,
Oh, yeah.
the Savannah Banana baseball team, you don't even have to be good at baseball to be a baseball star now.
yeah. And that gets sometimes that gets more views. Like that's got more ESPN airtime than the MLB shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being on the Savannah Bananas. I'm just saying that we're at a point where it's more valuable to be entertaining at baseball than good at it. And the reason I choose baseball specifically is because sports was supposed to be the one place where it was supposed to be, I get them confused all the time, objective, subjective.
Objective.
Like, that's supposed to be a total merit-based system.
Well, politics are too, but that's fucking too. It's all theater, dude. It's all who can act, who's the biggest actor. That's why I say you want me to support a candidate, come out and be fucking as insane as possible. Fucking come out and say we're chopping all the kids' dicks off. We chopping them all eyes. We've all got fucking explosive diarrhea. You want that kid to live with shit all over his balls? Cut them balls off.
And then the people who will
That's my
know,
fucking dude. That's my fucking dude.
and then the people who know will be like, he's just doing a bit. And then the people
I
who
want him to be for real.
I think you're just describing George Santos, dude.
Huh?
I think you're just describing George Santos.
goes back to her be gay and do crime.
I was just gonna say, to quote you, the kids said they wanted someone to be gay and do crime, and the motherfucker did, and everybody was like, "Not like that."
Not like that. I feel like we covered it all. We fixed the gender gap.
I still feel bad about that because I feel like you think we were attacking women, and I don't think we were. I think we were laughing at the experience of being a man and hearing y'all talk about it and go, "What?"
With the joy
without like
that we have as white men.
like they're dumb or they're bitches. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think women would talk to you about how it is to be a woman very differently than they would talk to another woman about it.
I think that's why this has been eye-opening to me, is I've been invited into your spaces and I'm going, I don't know if I should be here.
This is like the time you found out a lesbian could be toxic. It's very cute.
Well, it's not even like I found out. It's like I saw it up and I was like, this is so funny. I kept like, this is so funny. Because my dumbass was over here just not even thinking about this part of it. And that is, to be fair, kind of how I write, where I'm like, oh, that made me laugh. Let's figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon, where are you going to be?
Die.
But also, to be completely clear, I do think it's funny. I do think you should do it as a bit. I was just saying the crux of it. The strongest thing is the demon. That's all. Because The selling point of
you're
the
90%
woman
right.
part.
I think you're 90% right because that was the best bit that I've come up with so far. But I think
Yeah.
it's 10% because, like me, you don't.
And you
get
didn't
it when
even
they
come up
talk
with it. A
about it.
woman came up with it. So thank you, Andy, for writing the best part of this bit. Also,
That's fair.
leave it to a woman to write a
fair.
joke and a man to take credit for it.
That's
Is
fair.
this what you guys wanted? I'm so bad at this. It seems disingenuous.
I didn't want you to do anything.
Okay.
I didn't. We didn't plan on bringing this up to you. By the way, you started talking about something that reminded us of it. That's why we got shit-eating grins on our faces because something you said and we thought of it. We didn't have a plan to ambush you. I hope you didn't feel like that. But what I want to say is, if I have to take that Andy read the best part of my joke and like a man, I'm going to take credit for it. Then you have to take that it is interesting that the only part you found funny was the part where you could be an outsider like us. That is a little funny. That the
I
only
am
part
a
of the joke
literal
that-
outsider of being a woman or a man. That's what I'm saying to you, is I am an outsider. That's why I can criticize both of y'all. And by that, I mean the royal you of men and women, is I don't, neither experience has resonated with me in a way that is like that. Oh my God, that's so me. That does not happen to me. That's why I don't think I'm qualified to speak on it, because I personally have not had those kinds of experiences. I mean,
I respect that. I'm so tempted to go low for the joke, but because I love you
can.
so much, I won't.
You can if you want to.
I don't want to. I also respect myself as a
I'll be your
comic more.
Candace Owens. We can be mad at each other off mic or whatever.
No, I don't think. I think it would just. I just respect myself too much of a comic to say, "Well, you sure do sound like a goddamn woman." But
See, that shouldn't make me laugh, but it does. I'm not a good woman, as y'all say.
I never. We didn't say contrary or positive to that.
Woman.
Oh,
I just like
as we
laugh
say
at the way y'all
woman.
say it. Mhm.
Woman.
I feel it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I feel like I've missed out. I've missed out. But at the same time,
I think it's the opposite. But I mean, I'm not in it. But it feels richer to me. Isn't that a richer experience?
I think everybody's experience is super fucking valid, and like I do honestly feel like that, and important. I think and especially if you think about like jokes and stuff, like it's best when it comes from your exclusive, like genuine feeling. Do you know what I'm saying?
And
when it's
experience,
just
yeah.
fucking, huh?
And experience, yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, comedy
why-
does rule. There's a lot of great comedy out there. It's just, it's not ruling right now, but there will be coming.
I'm telling you, man, it's the 90s, it's the early 90s all over again. This is comedians of comedy. All the good comedy is not the super famous one. And I hope that cool people that like underground comedy are telling other people about it so it survives this. Because it's still promoting free thought.
I was watching old like Ron Schock and like Greg Giraldo the other day.
Oh,
dude,
love Greg Giraldo. I never been much to be like, I watched this movie because Brad Pitt's in it. I want to fuck Brad Pitt, but god damn, Greg Giraldo did something to me that was like,
really
ooh,
I got a friend who did coke with him who's not a comic, and it's a heck of a story.
fuck him. Should have been me. Why not me?
Why not me?
Dude, do you think like if they were still alive, like in just one instance, do you think like Mitch Hedberg or like Greg Giraldo would have took the fucking Saudi Arabia bag?
Oh man, I honestly I feel like Greg would have been the type to take the gig and criticize the gig and get killed, to be honest with you.
Interesting take. Yeah, I could see that. I think Greg could have been convinced, as so many people I think genuinely were convinced.
Yeah,
that they
I
were
think so, too.
sticking it to like that it was
We're taking their
some
money.
sort of heroic thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're taking their money.
And we're going to a group of people who don't get this, and this part of the world's trying to change. Who the hell? Why is this a bad thing?
Uh-huh.
I think Bill Burr, like the worst that came out of it, it was weird. It was weird, but I think it was like his response to everyone that really like solidified, like, oh man, this is fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think he was in that camp I was just describing.
Bullying, huh?
I think he was in that camp I was just describing that I think Geraldo might have been in, of like, what the
Oh,
fuck
you
do
think
you
he would
mean?
have been that guy?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. He's a former attorney. I feel like he would have been smarter about it. I think he would have already had the forethought
Wouldn't have been smart. The attorneys, Mr. Drew.
at the end of the day.
Well, I was going to say law school graduate, not attorney, but he did go to fucking Yale or Harvard one. So yeah, he's definitely
for sure.
Did you see the joke about Bill Burr from JFL, Jay Jordan, and Gianmarco Scorsese?
I thought they did such a good job.
I did too. The joke about
listen, all of our listeners, if you guys want to jump off at this point, this is very inside baseball stuff, but it was so good. I thought the address was great. I thought the Louis C.K. joke was funny.
Yeah,
I thought they had a lot of good jokes.
I did too. The Bill joke was, Bill Burr, unfortunately, has lost a lot of liberal fans because he did the Riyadh Comedy Festival. That sucks for him because he lost all his conservative fans when they found out he had a black wife. And I thought that was pretty good sit-up punch. Nice, clean. Something for everybody there.
Yeah.
As a comic, if you don't appreciate that, like, come on.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, when do you go?
Yeah, of course.
I know, dude. We've been talking about him on and off for a while. Ben Bankus, man. I hate that guy. That guy's a bad racist person. But goddamn, sometimes his joke about immigrant cab drivers, very well structured.
Oh, I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah, no, we've done this before. And then I show him to you and you go, oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
You just don't commit his name to memory because you hate him.
True. Yeah, probably.
I think there's just a big difference out of like are you doing a good joke? Hey, you just gotta be funny, dude. You can't be racist. It's fine. No, I think it's just like
that is not fine.
No, we can't end on that, but we do have to let Alex go. Let's do some plugs and get out of here.
CarmenMorales.com for all of your Carmen Morales needs. I don't agree.
Man, that dude who was hanging lesbians down by the river was killing it with a type 5.
You just got to be funny enough.
I'm going to be in Birmingham August 7th at Good People Brewing Company. I'm going to be in New Orleans August 8th.
Fort Strength, August 8th.
Go to
August 8th.
Patreon, Gravy Baby, for all your
Patreon.com/Gravy Baby. Join the Discord. Get up in there. And you could help criticize this episode to my face because the boys don't read it. Oh, no, DJ does read it. Criticize it.
And I go into Discord, we'll talk. And listen, you can do anything you want to be. Don't let people say. Don't let people tell you anything. Your experience matters, okay? You are an individual and you're beautiful. Even if you are racist.
That sounds like that La Russell song he put out.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein is divine. It's like, all right, well, we don't have to do that now.
Yeah.
You know, that feels a little bit like, what about other types of cancer? All right, but not right now. We don't need to do it.
All right, guys, we love you. We'll see you next week. Bye.
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 You could stick a whole ribeye in one of your back pockets. Like,